I want to build an interactive resource to investigate sequences where I can enter the first term of the sequence, the system will produce the next 4 terms in the sequence, and 2 more spaces at the end where answers can be entered, like this. We've created a field and we've called it S. Now we want 7 of these fields. Right-click on top of the field, create multiple copies. We want 7 across and 1 down. We're now going to build the JavaScript to create the sequence. Starting with our library, the only bit we're actually going to need is this bit, giving a field a value. So again, copy and paste, and this is going to be our document for lesson 2. We're going to enter the first value manually, and we want the content of s.1 to be 1 more than s.0. So we can write it like this. s.1 equals if we carry on in the same vein, then s.2 will be 1 more than s.1. And we can continue this down. s.3 is 1 more than s.2. s.4 is 1 more than s.3. Again, we copy and paste this into the button. And let's go to preview. Keep changing, and it generates the sequence. If we want to change this so the difference between each term is different, we can go back in and edit the button and change this number to 2. Let's see what happens. This works. What if you want to do a lesson with a class where the sequence has got a difference of 1 or 2 or 3? You obviously don't want to go back into reprogramming the button every time in the middle of a class. So the first option that we're going to do here is to create multiple buttons. So if I go edit, and let's have 3 buttons. And to distinguish one set of questions from another, we can create different colored buttons. This is one option. Another option is to put a label on top of the button. We do this by clicking on the button and choosing Label over Icon. And let's give that number 1. Number 2. And number 3. If we look at that, the letters are small. We can change that easily, and we can do it on bulk. If I select all 3 buttons, I can go to Appearance and increase the size of the number. And it's a bit clearer. In the first button, I'm going to change the difference between the terms to 1. And in the third button, make the difference between each term 3. preview, and let's begin with putting in 1. And what happens if we go to 2, enter 3? Don't forget that this will also work for negative as well. So just to see how this works, let's change this to -1. And now the sequence goes down.